Hey St. Lucia, good morning everybody. Thank you again for waking up with us. And we're going to do exactly like we always say. We'll wake you up in the know today, part of our Creole Heritage Month. I figured it was only fitting that we learn to plant our own pharmacy. And we have our Creole expert here with us, Francisca. How are you today?
Mwen bien, tu là. Ou sa mwen toujou bien.
Yes.
Jodi an nou kay pale about plante pharmacy wou.
So, plant your own pharmacy, our bush medicines, what people long ago used to be using.
Long ago, that's the medicine the people of Longueuil used to use. Whatever leaves we have here, these are the same leaves that the scientists and other people they use to make the medicine that we have in the pharmacy. So, all these things are very, very important. Like when we have a cold, we can use different things here. We can use go pompon. We can use shadow benny. When we have a cold, look the go pompon right here. It's a little bitter. We can use that. L'or bois ça, il en mais il bon. Here we have mango leaf. It's good for diabetes. It's good for asthma. It's good for restlessness and blood pressure. You can just boil the water, pour it over it, and drink it without sugar. Now the bitter gogo watermelon, they call it concombre in patois. It's good for blood sugar, diabetes, and cancer. Here we have soursop leaf. It's good for cancer. It's good for rheumatism, arthritis. It's good for liver disorders, and it calms your nerves. Every part of the soursop is good for the body.
So in the case of the leaves, the best way to use it would be to draw it.
To draw it and drink tea. Drink it like a tea. The fruit is good for cancer also. Every part of it is good.
And that's the thing too, because these are things that's from nature, so you
Yeah,
know you can't go
nature.
wrong.
Neem. Neem is good for cancer. You know neem?
It's very bitter. I've had
Yeah.
the tea before.
Neem is good for cancer. It's good for dandruff in your hair. Acne and gum disorders, gum diseases. Neem.
And it's bitter. I've had the tea before, but you know as they say, when what's bitter is always the better one. So
Now we have some guava leaves there. Long ago when you had the diarrhea, grandmother used to boil that for us to stop the diarrhea. Okay?
so no Pepto Bismol. Guava leaf is your quick
Guava
fix.
leaf is good. It's good for cholesterol also. Okay, this one is called seed on the leaf or Guenaba Fay. It is good for
That's the name.
Guenaba Fay, seed on the leaf. It's good for diabetes, it's good for sickle cell, it's good for kidney stones, it's good for hypertension and so forth. Once you're hypertensive, you drink it. High blood pressure, right?
Yes. Now I notice you also have the moringa, and moringa has become very, very
Yeah,
popular today.
Very, very popular. It's good for everything. 99% of all diseases can be cured by moringa. The moringa is good for diarrhea, colds, arthritis, asthma, cancer, diabetic. It's a painkiller. It's for prostate, liver protection, cholesterol, and so many others. I just put a few.
Now the thing is, so when you look at a lot of these herbal plants, long ago, that's what the people used to be doing. When they were ill, is run and go get, the old people always knew which bush to boil or to combine and make their concoction so that, everybody can get healed. And now we're so used to conventional medicines, we forgetting.
When you have a gas, you can take this one. This one is called patchouli. This one is called godite. And you have this, the garlic, skin, and ginger. You boil that when you have a gas. A cooker passe gas.
Now I see we have a cactus here.
Cactus is
What's
called
that good for?
cactus is called prickle pear. And it's good for obesity. When you are so big you want to reduce on your size, you can use the cactus. In certain places they blend it and they drink it like a juice. Okay, it's good for enlarged prostate. You know what that means?
That's for the guys.
And it is good for gastrointestinal disorders. There are so many things out there, and we don't know the reason why they're the purpose of these things. But scientists are working on them right now to discover what they are for and so forth.
Well, the whole purpose of today, St. Lucia, I hope that we enlightened. I hope for those of you who are familiar with this, it resonates for you. But to open our eyes, we live on an island where we have these things growing in abundance, whereas persons pay tons of money to get these things in capsule form. So as it says, we need to grow our own pharmacy and, go back to our roots and keep it natural because, it's the healthier way to be. And of course, if there is an issue, now what herbs, what we have here in St. Lucia that we can use so we can have a healthier St. Lucia. So thank you again, as always, Francisca, for enlightening us.
You're most welcome,
sweetie. We will definitely see you soon. And St. Lucia, keep healthy. Remember that. Grow your own pharmacy. Hey St. Lucia, good morning everybody. It is time to wake up. I'm always excited when we're outdoors, so it's going to be something fun and interesting. And we have Wendell here representing for the SLHTA. How are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. I'm actually here today with the Just Sail training program. I came to follow up with the program to speak to the students to see how the training has been going so far. Just to get an update from them to see what they hope to achieve from being part of that program.
Right, perfect. Now we're talking about this, but what about people who are watching right now and don't know what Just Sail is all about?
Well, Just Sail is actually a sailing company. It's owned by a couple here, James Crockett and his wife. And they also do a sailing program, training program for young persons in and around St. Lucia. So I would advise anyone that's interested in being part of the program to call Just Sail. They're also on Facebook, they're on their website. You can find out about them on Instagram as well. If you're interested, if you're just home bored, have nothing to do, and you're wondering what to do next, just go on social media, find out about Just Sail, call them up and find out about the program, and then just be part of it. At least you're certified in one more area, one more sector. So I think it's a very, very good program, and any young person should participate in that.
All right, St. Lucia, guess what? So now we know what Just Sail is all about. We know what's happening today. Let's talk to some of the participants right now and really hear from them what the experience is like. All right, St. Lucia, so guess what? I wore the right colors today. That's just how magic's going to happen. And I guess, just by chance, we're also in order of height. So these are some of our participants in the Just Sail program. So we're going to get to know some of them. So if you can just introduce yourself.
My name is Gillian. I'm from Dennery Valley.
All right.
I'm Nicole. I'm from Choiseul.
I'm Donnie Lionel. I'm from Warden Jackmel.
I'm also Richard. I'm from Saltibus.
All right, great. So as you can see, we have a diverse mix and people from all over, which I think really shows the diversity with Just Sail. So the first thing is, I'm sure St. Lucia is curious to know, how did you get into Just Sail? How did you hear about it, or what made you want to be part of it?
Well, I was just scrolling through Instagram. I was recently unemployed. I was just scrolling through Instagram. I saw the ad. I went on the webpage. I read through it. What really caught my attention was basically the first aid and the swimming and stuff like that. We do have other things like sailing, but what really caught my attention was first aid and swimming, because I've always been into learning new things, especially with medicine, and I always wanted to swim because I love the beach. So I did apply and I got through. So far it's been very interesting.
How about you?
Well, I was on Instagram the very same way. I saw the link. I clicked. I went through, sent in my application, and then being called for an interview, which was very tough, intimidating. I must say, Mr. James Crockett was on me. I back like, yes, let's conversate, Nicole, come on. Well, then I did that. Then I was called in to start off a new day. It was just me setting a new foundation for myself and where it is that I really want to be in life.
Yeah, perfect. How about you? How did you find out about it, or what made you want to be part of it?
First, I found out about the program through some Facebook friends of mine. Well, my father's friends, the white folks from America. Well, they told me about the program because they tell me I just in the house. Well, I was just in the house. I didn't have nothing to do, and then they know I'm an adventurous person. I love the water, and they figure out like Just Sail is it's about sailing, and I will always be in the water. So that was like the best opportunity for me.
Good. Sounds like a perfect match.
Yes, perfect match. I'm in love with the water. I want to become a dive instructor, so that's like a good solid ground for me to start with.
All right, perfect. And how about you?
Well, I saw the program on the website because I was always a bit like being on the Just Sail website. I known about the website before, so I was on it. So when I saw the application deadline, so I said it was time for me to send in an application to be part of the program. So when I sent in my application, I got through, and then I saw like what the program was a very good start for me. Like want to be part of the water sport industry. That was a good start for me because before I've sent in some applications for water sport and it turned out bad. I needed the certificates and the qualification, but now I do got the qualification just for Just Sail, and I want to like thank Just Sail for making me get the certificate from to be part of my passion, which is being underwater and being part of the tourism industry. So I really thank Just Sail for that.
So as you can see, everybody has a different story or a different reason as to why they chose to be part of this. What would you say for you is the highlight so far? What's been your favorite part?
Well, the customer service part of this program stood out for me because I've always loved meeting new people. I have been a national cricketer for almost 8 years now. So meeting new people and learning new things, always a pleasure.
Great. Now, what do you intend to do now that you've been trained?
Well, now that I've been trained, I'm hoping to go into one of the fields because I love outdoors. So I'm hoping even hiking, I can use my first aid certification there. I can, work for a tour guide or something. And now I can finally swim to survive. So I'm hoping I can do something with that.
Perfect. So St. Lucia, there you have it. So just a few representing for Just Sail and of course their recent program that was held and conducted. And that just shows you it's more than just what you hear, what you read on the name. It's more than just sailing. And as you can see, each of the persons here with me right now are very marketable. So if you're interested as well or you want to try something new, diversify, make yourself more marketable, then the avenues are here. So make sure you check out Just Sail. Want to say hats off to the owners. So I don't even know what else to say really, because I think for St. Lucians this just gives a stepping stone for something different, and we need to start thinking outside of the boxes when it comes to our careers. So this is our Just Sail crew. You can be part of it too, and of course this is real people and real stories, St. Lucia. So you keep following, and of course we'll keep bringing you more. Good morning, St. Lucia. It is time to rise and shine, and thank you again for joining us. This morning is back on I Am Chayla Mendes, your host, and I have a very good friend of mine, a dear friend, and her name is Lakeisha. How are you today?
I'm doing good, Miss Sheila. How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you, and I'm very pleased you're here with us today. Now, Lakeisha is part of YPG. If you don't remember, because I know we featured them before, it is the Youth Power Group, and we thought it was only fitting to actually have the real people, the persons who make up the group, keep it vibrant, and of course have the real stories and experiences to come and share with us. So Lakeisha has a very important story, and I know now that you're with YPG, things have definitely changed for you, a more positive turn. Mm-hmm. So I think it's only fitting we backtrack, and if you can share with us your story.
Okay, no problem. Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm here today sharing my story about abuse. When I was about 5 years old, I was abused not physically, I should say sexually, by someone I knew. It's not a family member, but was someone that was close. And the abuse, it made me, I didn't grow up in the ideal way, I should say. It's like it made me it made my growth retarded in some way, I should say. Because of the physical pain, because of what you suffer on the inside, it makes everything terrible. You grow up, but you grew up hurting, you grew up with a lot of pain, you grew up without any direction. It's like you feel lost, like you feel dirty, you feel like you shouldn't even belong, you shouldn't even be around.
Yeah. And I know for you, because whilst you were talking before shooting, you're sharing that it took you a long while before you even were able to find words to express it and let somebody know what was happening.
Yes, it actually, I only was able to tell my mom after joining YPG and receiving help, but not before that. Not before that. Before I came to YPG, I never spoke about it. Never. I was this angry person. I was really bitter. I was like, today I have lipstick on, I have makeup. I wouldn't wear nothing like that. I was almost like the opposite of what I am today. Yeah, it was bad.
Now, I know you mentioned too, from the sexual abuse at the young age to also led you into addiction with pornography too.
Yes, it did. Because slowly after, I got introduced to it by a friend a few years later on. Only at the age of 9. And this addiction lasted for 9 years until about 18 years. And it was something I battled with because it was something that I hid because you feel so bad.
Right.
You can't do without it, but you don't want anybody to find out that you're doing it.
Right, because
And
you
it's
feel kind of dirty
you feel
and
dirty,
bad,
you
right?
feel really bad, and I never had the strength or courage to confess what was wrong. Inside of me, inside of my heart, it was not my desire to do it, but it's like I had no control of it. It's like I just had to do it. Yeah.
And for your people around you, your family, what were your interactions like with them?
For me, with them, to everybody, I was lucky. Everybody liked lucky, but I was not that person that was very sociable. I was very, very antisocial. I got to a point where I didn't want to leave the house. I didn't want to come out. My mother wants to bring me somewhere, I have a problem. I remember one point in time I locked myself in a room in the house because I didn't want to go. I just wanted to be home. I didn't want to dress. When I step out of the house, to me, everybody's looking at me because of the abuse, I had no self-esteem at all. I could wear the best clothes, I could have the best things on, and everybody would tell me you're so beautiful, but I would look in the mirror and I wouldn't see that. I wouldn't see that at all. I went to the point where I didn't even have a mirror in my room. I preferred not to look at myself. I didn't want to. It was terrible.
Wow. Now, with this, when was your turning point? How did you get introduced to YPG?
Actually, YPG was introduced to me 3 years prior to my joining, but I never wanted to join because of my same antisocial behavior and stuff. But because of the pressure of everything inside of me, I was getting to that point where I would just break, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. And I decided, you know what, I need help. I'm gonna join, and I joined the group. And through that group today, I am completely free. Because through that group today, I can stand here and speak about it. I found strength, I found family, I found a place I belong. I learned how to overcome from my past. I learned how to let my past go, how to let the anger go. I learned how to become, I should say, a woman. I learned how to be, because I didn't know, I was so confused. It's like I didn't even know who I was, but I learned how to.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, I think the most powerful message of this too is the fact that she is honest with what has happened. You have the courage. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, to be this strong, to share this with us right now. And of course, being healed, because there's a lot of people who've moved past it, but it's still not healed. So it still kind of keeps them back. So as a young lady who is still evolving on her journey, but definitely making progress, and of course with the help of YPG. For anybody else who might be going through something similar, what would you share with them? And of course, let them know why they should be part of YPG.
My message to anyone who's looking is that YPG is waiting with open arms. It's a group where we embrace anyone. Doesn't matter your background, doesn't matter what you have been through, because we have so many youth with similar stories and even worse than what we go through. But we never reject them. Never. Sometimes you find in certain groups, in certain places you go, when you enter this group, you find like you feel that rejection because like you come and like you're intruding, but you never get that. It's like YPG was, when you get there, it's like YPG was saying, why you took so long? It's like we were waiting for you. So I would encourage anybody to come, because it doesn't matter your difficulty, doesn't matter what you're facing. There is a way out, there's a way to overcome. And YPG, I can say, is the way. We're located opposite Courts on Chaussee Road, and we have meetings every Tuesday at 5:30 in the afternoon, and we have meetings as well on a Sunday at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. It's fun. We come together, we dance, we sing, we enjoy, we share our stories, we meet new people. It's wonderful.
Great. So St. Lucia, there you have it. So I hope if this resonates with anybody who's watching today, then you know that support is there, a group full of love is there. So YPG, the Youth Power Group, is waiting for you with open arms. So don't shy about it. Don't be shunned. Don't fear. Just take that first leap and go ahead and reach out to them.
So as you could watch the stories of the young girls from the YPG, if you want to join the YPG as well, we are there open with our doors open for you. We're going to be having on the 26th, this coming Thursday, we're going to have on the theaters at Caribbean Cinemas the movie, The Ten Commandments, a movie that is coming to St. Lucia, and we would like that you can as well come and make part of it. We're going to take the youth group, the YPG there, and if you want to come with us, you have your son, your daughter, they are just there, they are doing maybe nothing, and they want to join us on this day, they can call the 730-4040 number, and we're going to be giving to them a free ticket. Yes, a free ticket for the ones that want to come with us. The YPG will be going to the cinema, Caribbean Cinema, to watch the Ten Commandments, and we want that you make part of it as well.
All right, St. Lucia, so there you have it. This is our Thursday show for you, and I know we've delivered, so I'm not even gonna ask. And remember, Journée Creole is around the corner. I'm hoping that you are as excited as I am, and if anybody around you isn't, make sure you get them excited, because this is our time, this is our culture and heritage, and this is what we need to embrace and keep it going. It's what makes us unique. So it gives me something to connect to. I mean, I'm not perfect, as you all know. I'm not that fluent in patois, but I am learning as I deliver for you as well, and that's what it's all about. So we gotta embrace our culture and love it. Now, with that said, special good morning over to Kellyanne, because I know you're always watching the show. Plus, she is my nail technician. Thank you so much, love, for hooking me up and, of course, keeping even my nails festive right now. So you can check her out. It's Nailed Slew at Instagram, and, of course, her details are on the screen. And to Kellyanne's mom, who I call Moms, special good morning to you, because I know at 6 a.m. on the dot you are always locked on. Now, everybody else who's watching, people from Dennery, I know you're always giving us love, so I have to give you a shout out. Marigo, I hope you're doing good. Listen, St. Lucia, we love you. I love you. It's our time, so let's get excited about it. And of course, tomorrow is going to be Free Up Friday, so we're going to do that. And of course, make sure you check out our friends at Forever Factory. So their details is also on the screen too. If you want one of these awesome mugs to keep to the festivities, then of course enjoy in my honor. Hit them up, let them know that I sent you, and of course let's go out and be amazing and drink cocoa tea. Have a great day. And I'm here with Francisca, our Creole specialist. It's her month, and of course we're going to be playing a game today, and I'm very excited. It takes me back to my Anglican school days. We play in Tiki Talk.
Yeah.
So give us the rules and tell us a little bit more about Tiki Talk.
Okay, so we have our dozen stone in our hands, and we flip it like this, and the person who have the most stones in their hands will go first. Usually when we play Tiki Talk, each person must have a dozen. A dozen is 12 stones. We play with all the stones. We catch the stones. If I have more than you, because I'm supposed to have a dozen, you're supposed to have a dozen. But if I have more than a dozen, I have to give you some taps on your hand.
All right.
You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Great. So at the end of the day, the aim is to be the person with the most stones,
most,
to
yeah.
give the licks.
To give the licks, yeah.